Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Has anybody noticed how sensitive a lot of rich people are being nowadays? The stock market's at an all-time high. The rich are doing better than they ever have. Their share of the tax burden is lower than it's ever been, even though they control a greater percentage of the wealth than they ever have. And yet they're feeling sad. They're feeling unloved. They think that we should feel good, that we should rejoice in their success even while we struggle. We should forgive Wall Street for taking down the economy. Not just forgive, we should forget all about it. It hurts their feelings that we don't want them to continue to do the things that led to the Great Recession in the first place. They just don't understand why we don't trust them. And the bankers think that we should accept the fact that they are still trying to screw us over a lot more gracefully. Sure, they're still illegally repossessing your house. That's just what they do. And it bothers them that we don't accept them for who they are. Now, those same rich people are spending millions of dollars lobbying against raising the minimum wage. They are spending even more money lobbying against unemployment benefits for the same people whose jobs they destroyed. Now they want to take away what little money these people have left. And yet they wonder why we don't like them. It's not enough that we subsidize their private jets. It's not enough that money is constantly being taken out of everyone else's pockets to hand over to them. It's not enough that they are catered to and coddled. They want to be loved. They want to be honored and respected. It hurts their feelings that we're beginning to question whether they deserve all that money, whether they are actually earning it. Many of them were born rich. They got their wealth just by getting out of the birth canal. And judging by their performance, it's doubtful that they could have gotten to where they are if they'd been born into poverty. They basically were born in the end zone. And yet they act like they should get credit for scoring a touchdown. So let me talk to these rich folks for a second. Let me explain something to you. First, you're not carrying your weight. The guy that's making minimum wage, he's actually working harder than you. But even when you fuck up, you don't pay for it. We do. And we've noticed that you don't have a lot of respect for us, which makes it hard for us to love you. We've noticed that when you think we aren't paying attention, you talk about us with scorn. You call us leeches, even as you're the ones sucking at the government's tit. It's you that resent us. It's you that think basic fairness is an imposition. It's a plot against you. Now, there have been times in history when the masses decided that they had enough. When they rose up and stormed the mansions and dragged the fat cats out into the streets and hanged them or beheaded them or drew them and quartered them. These were terrible and bloody times. But they can happen again. There was very little difference between Mitt Romney's speech at that fundraiser and Marie Antoinette saying, "Let them eat cake." And we all know how that ended. We are still the same patriotic, hard-working Americans that we always were. It's you that have changed. And if you keep on the way you are, one day you'll wake up and find yourself surrounded by these unwashed masses you despise so much. And they won't be there to tell you how wonderful you are. Thanks for listening.